Hey everybody, and welcome back to the start of another reading vlog. It's Friday, I'm not at work, so I thought what a better way to finish off strong than to tackle the rest of my books on my March TBR. There's still 3 that I need to get to, and my plan today is to at least finish 2 of them. I don't know if it'll happen, but it might. Who knows? We have the whole day. Anything is possible. The first book that I'm going to try to tackle during this vlog is going to be The Killing Moon by M.K. Jemisin. This is an Egyptian-inspired multiple POV epic fantasy, and it's part of her Dreamblood duology. That makes me really happy because it's not a long series. After I finish The Killing Moon, I will probably jump right into The Shadowed Sun. So far, I'm really enjoying it. If I'm being completely honest, the first 9 to 10 chapters were extremely confusing to me. Like I mentioned, we are following multiple POVs, and maybe it's because of that. Maybe it's because I don't read tons of adult epic fantasy. I'm still fairly new to that. But now that I am halfway through, the plot is coming together, things are getting spicy, and I can't wait to see how it develops. Like, I'm super invested right now. The other book that I plan to finish during this vlog is one that I started last night, and that is Assassin's Apprentice by Robin Hobb. I'm only 1 chapter in. That's all that I read, and I'm not sure if Robin Hobb is considered a classic yet, but this is the closest to a classic fantasy that I've read. It is your European-inspired court politics type of fantasy, and you know, I've heard great things about it. I've heard that it's character-driven. You know me, I love me some good character-driven books, and I didn't know what to expect going into this because I didn't really know what it was about other than we follow someone named Fitz. That's all that I knew. And when I opened up this book, I was surprised that it's told in a first-person narrative. I don't think I've read a fantasy that's told in first person yet, and I'm excited to see how Hobb is able to develop the rest of the characters using a first-person narrative perspective. I'm really interested. That, and just from the first chapter, holy moly, her prose is... She was painting a full canvas for me in just chapter 1, so I can't wait to get more of that delectable writing. So those are the 2 books that I'm hoping to tackle today. I think I can definitely do it. I do have some errands to run today. I have to go get my doggo's food and my cat's food. Maybe go for a run. I've been trying to work on my cardio health recently because I don't really do much since I'm always at home, and my cardio health has been suffering, so I definitely want to go for a walk. While I do go for a walk or a run, and while I'm out getting groceries and stuff, I'm going to be listening to Convenience Store Woman by Sayaka Murata. I'm already 28% through this audiobook. It's a 3-hour audiobook, so I'll definitely finish this one. As you all know, I cycle through audiobooks all the time depending on what becomes available. I also have, in case I finish this one while I'm out, I'm going to start either Long Bright River by Liz Moore or Imaginary Friend by Stephen Chbosky. I'm going to read for about 30 minutes. I'm going to drink my coffee, and then after that I think I'm gonna go out and buy the dog some food, and then we'll take it from there, and I will go ahead and update you. Update. So I did end up reading around 50 or so pages of The Killing Moon. As you can see, I'm now about halfway through it. The story is really taking off now, and it's really progressing. I think I mentioned earlier, but I was really confused in the first 9 chapters or so of this book. We follow multiple POV. Really, the first part of the book is a lot of world building and explaining the magic. I don't even know if I can explain to you what the premise of this book is right now. There's this ancient city called Gujare, and this city only has one law, which is peace. And the only way that they keep this peace is through its keepers called the Gatherers. And basically what the Gatherers do is that they harvest dream blood, which is obtained from your last dream before you die, or your dying dream essentially. And this dream blood is used to heal people and do other stuff. So that's essentially what the magic system is based on. Also, this added layer of complexity to this world and to the magic system because there's currently political tension between two of the cities, and one of the gatherers kind of starts to unravel this conspiracy. And he's someone that's very devoted to the gatherers. He's someone that believes in the law and believes in everything that he's been taught in. And so he's kind of being forced to accept something new, or when light is being shed onto this conspiracy, he kind of doesn't believe it at first. Then we also follow another perspective of one of his apprentices, which I think is really cool because him and his apprentice are completely different people. Eru's very stagnant, and he's very firm, and his apprentice is very fluid and accepts change and stuff. So it's nice to see that playing off against each other. So about halfway through, I definitely think I'll finish it tonight. I don't think I'll get very far into Assassin's Apprentice. I'm actually editing another video right now, and I'm gonna do this for about an hour or so, or maybe till I finish. But usually editing takes me like 4 or 5 hours. I don't know, you tell me, how long does it take you? Because I sit down and just edit an entire video, and that takes approximately 5 hours. But I'm trying something new, something healthier. I'm trying to do it little by little. So I'm going to edit for an hour, take a break, maybe go on a walk, read some more, and then edit some more. We'll see how it works. I don't usually do this. So that was our small check-in. I forgot to check in with you guys earlier. So I actually already went to Petco. My cat stopped eating her food for some reason. She got picky about her food, and she's like, I don't want this. So I bought her another food and mixed it in with her old food, and now she's eating again. Thank God. She's so picky. What else? We had food. We had carne asada fries. They were delicious. And I don't know if I told you, but one of Ben's friends that he went to school with is participating in the Canadian Bake Off. So we try to watch that. His name's Sheldon, if you want to look him up. Or he's Sheldon from the Canadian Bake Off. Well, I'm going to edit now, and I'll see you guys soon. Good morning. It's a brand new day. It's Sunday. I finished reading The Killing Moon by N.K. Jemisin last night. It was really late at night, so I didn't update y'all. I just went to sleep because I was freaking tired. And then this morning we had a live over at Abby's channel. Go check it out. We discussed books in translation and reading in other languages. It was a really great discussion with really great people, so go ahead and link it down below if you want to watch it. But my thoughts on The Killing Moon. I'm having trouble rating this one because I feel like my scale of 1 through 5 is sort of limiting me in my overall thoughts for this book. And maybe that's something that I just have to think about overall, changing my grading system. Maybe not even grading books anymore, but just talking about what I liked about them and what I didn't like, and if I recommend it overall, or if I think it's worth it, even if there's some challenging parts in it. So I would say I was vastly confused the first 10 or so chapters of this book, which is primarily almost the first half of it. And was it challenging? Yes. Is it worth it? Yes. Suddenly, around chapter 11, all of the little things I was confused about sort of came together, and bam, in an instant's notice, I was like, whoa, okay, everything is coming together. I'm able to follow the story. There's extensive world building in here, and I don't know if it's because I'm newer to adult fantasy or if it's just a complex and challenging book in terms of world building. Let me know down below if you had trouble with this one as well. But once we do get through that first hurdle, the story is wonderful. I know that people rate this lower than The Shadowed Sun, but I'm really excited to continue. The story arc in this was completely finished, so I have no idea what I'm getting into for The Shadowed Sun. I haven't read that synopsis, and there's no cliffhanger on this, which I actually enjoyed because I felt satisfied at the end, especially after having a more challenging start to the book. But yes, wow, I really enjoyed it. I'm excited to continue in the duology, and I'm excited to continue reading more of N.K. Jemisin. I feel like she's going to be an author that constantly challenges me. Right now, I think I'm just going to go film some videos, then I'll get back into Assassin's Apprentice and go ahead and update you guys on that. Yeah, so that's going to be my day. I'll see y'all later. Hey guys, so I haven't done a check-in in a while and there was a slight change of plans. I ended up picking up The Starless Sea by Erin Morgenstern. I actually started it earlier in March, but put it down because the writing style was just way too lyrical for me. I wasn't really feeling it, but I'm buddy reading this for a buddy read on Vicious channel, so I thought let me just go ahead and pick it back up and see if I like it. And I was immediately gripped after a couple more chapters in. There's this mystery element to this book, and lately I've just been really craving mysteries. I don't know what it is about spring, but I just want to read mysteries. So I ended up just devouring about half of this book last night, and I didn't pick up Assassin's Apprentice. So my plan for the day is to go ahead and finish The Starless Sea and afterwards pick up Assassin's Apprentice. So if you don't know what this book is about, we follow our main character Zach, who is a graduate student studying gender studies and game theory, I believe, if I'm not mistaken. But he's also an avid reader, and he goes to the library and finds this book that doesn't have a name, doesn't have an author, doesn't have the barcode, but he still checks it out. And when he goes home to his room and starts reading it, he realizes that the story is about him. So after this, he goes on his quest to find out who wrote the book, why he's in the story, and he basically triggers other people to start following him, and he goes on this massive quest and adventure that's a lot larger and unexpected, and I just need to know what happens. I'm completely and fully invested. It's so strange because when I picked it up in early March, I was not having it. I didn't like it, but now look at me. I'm here. Things have changed. So the rest of the plan for today is to go ahead and finish this and then hopefully pick up Assassin's Apprentice by night, and if not, finish it tomorrow, which is fine because I still have a couple of days before the end of April, so I'm on track, and it's fine. It's fine. We're gonna do this. It's gonna happen. It is. Update. So I haven't finished reading The Starless Sea, but it's nighttime already. We're on page 336, so maybe about 70% through. Things are happening, y'all. Things are happening, but as much as I want to stay up and read it and finish and find out what happens and just finally finish, I'm exhausted and I have work tomorrow, so I thought instead of staying up and being really tired tomorrow, I'm just gonna go to sleep now. But anyways, I'm going to sleep now. I'll update y'all in the morning a little more. I'm just so dead. Good night. I just finished The Starless Sea about half an hour ago, and I've had a little bit of time to sit with my thoughts. What can I say about this book? So the first half of the book I thoroughly loved. Like, I thought this was going to be a 5-star read. I was halfway through and I was like, yes, this is gonna be one of my favorite books. Like, this is going to be the best book that I read all year. I already want to reread it. Wow, it's amazing. And then I started to lose interest, especially near the end of it. So in order for me to explain why I lost interest, let's talk a little bit about what this book is about. So it's essentially a book about storytelling, and it sort of feels like it's stories nested within other stories, and it's very lyrical, and there's a lot of metaphors, and it feels like there's a lot of riddles. And I love what Erin Morgenstern tried to do here. It's very creative, it's very grand, it's very magical. But near the end of it, I got lost in the storytelling. And it's weird to me because for a book that is all about storytelling, for me, it started to lack near the end in that storytelling because I was so confused. I couldn't really follow the story anymore. And because of all of the interconnected stories and all of the metaphors and all of the jumping points that we have, it felt like the characters weren't really fleshed out. And characters are really important for me. At some point, it felt like there were no motivations for the characters to make certain choices. There was no motivations to go forward. And it's strange because one of the themes in here is about choices versus fate, right? But because we didn't really get fleshed out characters, and because we couldn't, or at least I couldn't understand their motivation, any choice that a character made past the halfway point, I couldn't tell if it was an intentional choice or if it was part of fate. And I feel like that says a lot because this is a theme of the book, right? So overall, I ended up giving it around a 3 out of 5 stars. I'm leaning more towards a 3.5. I still think it's a great concept. I still think that what Erin Morgenstern tried to do here is fantastic. I just think that it was a lot to take on. So with that being said, I will be picking up more books by Erin Morgenstern. If you've read The Night Circus and you really enjoyed it and you've read The Starless Sea, let me know if it's worth. And now that you know my thoughts on The Starless Sea, let me know if it's worth to go back and read The Night Circus, because I'm a little bit conflicted. But I will definitely be reading other books that she publishes because I'm very intrigued with the way that she comes up with stories and the way that she tells them. My plans for the rest of the day is to pick up The Assassin's Apprentice, and I don't know if I can finish this today, so I'm actually going to be ending this vlog right here. If I don't finish The Assassin's Apprentice today, maybe I'll start another vlog where I prioritize this one and then read some of the books on my April TBR. I'm not sure yet, but yes. Let me know your thoughts on The Starless Sea, and I will see you on the next one. Bye!